Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Sunday, June 15th, 2025, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ ORION NWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. Happy Father's Day 2025 to all the fathers out there on planet Earth. We got some MLB action here this Sunday afternoon. The Cleveland Guardians versus the Seattle Mariners here in the rubber match. Mariners are up 2-0 in the series. We've won the series already, but we're trying to get the brooms and get the sweep. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Sunday. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 5 minutes. So let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get into the starting lineups for the matchup today. Happy Sunday and happy Father's Day, everyone. And on the thumb, on the left, is the star third baseman, Jose Ramirez. And on the right, the best catcher in baseball, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Now let's get into the starting lineups here first for the visiting Cleveland Guardians. Leading off for the Guardians in left field, Stephen Kwan. Batting second, playing first base for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo. Batting third, playing third base for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, DHing the former Seattle Mariner, Carlos Santana. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, Daniel Schneemann. Batting sixth, playing center field, Lane Thomas. Batting seventh, playing right field, Nolan Jones. Batting eighth, playing second base, Angel Martinez. And batting ninth, catching today for the Guardians, Austin Hedges. And on the mound for the Guardians with a 3-7 record, an ERA of 4.26, it is Luis Ortiz. And now let's get into the starting lineups for your Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners at shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, playing center field, Julio Rodriguez. Batting third, DHing today for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, playing second base today, the hero with the game-winning RBI last night, Jorge Polanco. Batting fifth, playing left field, Randy Arozarena. Batting sixth, playing first base, Rowdy Tellez. Batting seventh, catching today for the Mariners, Mitch Garver. Batting eighth, playing right field, Dominic Canzone. And batting ninth, playing third base, Miles Mastrobuoni. And on the mound for the Mariners with a 2-2 record, an ERA of 5.04, it is Emerson Hancock. And Emerson has been really good as of late. Again, to have two AAA pitchers in Logan Evans and Emerson Hancock step up when we needed them the most, with George Kirby and Bryce Miller out, as well as Logan Gilbert. They've done very, very well filling in the gaps, and we should have Logan Gilbert pitching tomorrow against the Boston Red Sox, and that's very exciting. And we may end up seeing Luke Raley tomorrow or very shortly as well. Can't wait to be able to see what we end up getting here today. Obviously, we've won the series already, but we're going for the sweep. And again, not easy to be able to beat a team as good as Cleveland, but it's about playing up to the competition, not playing down to the competition. And when we were on the road trip, we were playing down to the competition. We got punched in the mouth early and often and couldn't recover. But obviously in this particular series, starting pitching has been good. The bullpen has been fantastic, and hitting has actually been pretty damn good. I mean, we didn't get 16 hits yesterday, and we should have probably lost the game yesterday 3-2, and the only way that we were going to come back yesterday is if there was an epic meltdown by Clase, and he was one of the best closers last year, a little bit shakier this year, but still should have gotten the job done. And again, the epic meltdown happened, which was surprising, and the Mariners took advantage and ended up winning that game. So we'll see what happens here today, but I feel very confident that we can get the sweep. And then we got a series with the Boston Red Sox, and can't wait to be able to see Logan Gilbert, and he will be on the thumb tomorrow, obviously, if he's starting for us for the Seattle Mariners on Monday. Chris in the building, what's good? Let's go M's. All day in the building, what's good? Trident sub. All good, Zay. GG to all the Guards fans. It's always fun to be able to come through and hang out with people that actually truly care about their team. And again, happy Father's Day. I know you're going to be working, and we'll see what kind of competitive matchup we have here this afternoon. Gilbert coming back Monday, baby. Let's go. You know it. We back, baby. Yeah, and again, you got to think yesterday's comeback, we're not going to have too many of those. Normally when we get ourselves into a jam like that, we usually fall, but we were able to rise and get the dub, so that felt good. First pitch from Emerson Hancock to Stephen Kwan. Takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch from Hancock to Kwan. Fouls that one off high and away. Tries to paint the corner and does. Behind in the count, 0-2. Let's go Emerson. And hopefully we can get off to a fast start. And I'm not expecting, 8 to 10 Ks, but if we can get somewhere between 4 and 7 Ks out of Emerson and he gives up 3 runs or less, we should have a good chance. Magic number, 4 to 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. Mariners hit that, we win. 0-2 pitch, fouls it off high and inside. No balls and 2 strikes in the top of the first. Hancock on the mound, Stephen Kwan in the box. And I really like Stephen Kwan a lot, as well as Jose Ramirez. Those guys are very, very good. Those make the wheels turn for this Cleveland team. 0-2 pitch, high and away, fouled off. Four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour by Emerson Hancock. Wheel and deal, baby. Let's go, Emerson. And again, you've been much better since your initial start at the beginning of the year where you gave up 6 runs, got benched, sent to AAA. ERA was 81, and you've been able to get it down from 81 to 5. And if he keeps pitching, in this trajectory, he might even be able to get his ERA into the high 3s or in the 4s, which would be awesome, considering most people think he's our worst pitcher on the staff, but he's better than Bryce Miller this year, and that is facts. 0-2 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Hancock to Kwan. 1-2 pitch, in play, grounds out to third. Williamson, he's not there today. It's Miles Mastroboni. Throw to first. Rowdy Tellez, 1 away. There we go, baby. No Cole Young and no Ben Williamson. We'll see how that goes here today. Next up, first baseman Kyle Manzardo. First pitch, low and away with the sinker. Fouled off, 0-1 count. Let's go, Emerson. Wheel and deal, 2-2 record. ERA of 5.04, but he's been very good as of late. 0-1 pitch, high and away with that sinker, 95 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike from Hancock to Manzardo. Top of the first inning, nobody on and 1 out. Happy Father's Day, everyone. Kind of crazy to think, too, you can play like shit for a month and a half and have back-to-back wins and really feel like we're turning the corner and turning the page, and we are. 1-1 pitch, in play, and fouled out to Miles Mastroboni at third. He's active here today. 2 away. Eric in the building, what's good? Him and Zay are Guards fans. I see you. Next up for the Guardians, third baseman Jose Ramirez. First pitch from Hancock to Ramirez, low and away with the sinker, 95, 96 miles an hour there, 1-0 count. And Ramirez homered yesterday, and we just have to make sure we limit the damage with Kwan and Ramirez. Kwan batting 302, Ramirez batting 329 is the best player on the team. 1-0 pitch, fouls it off right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jose Ramirez. There we go. All day is all over it. I appreciate the help. We're at 10 already, and we need 10 more to get to 20 within the first hour. And our goal will be 50 or more likes, and obviously 100 in the donos on every single stream. 1-1 pitch, right down the middle. No, low and away. That one fouled off. Change-up, 85 miles an hour there by Emerson Hancock. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jose Ramirez. Good start for us all day. Appreciate you. Any kind of help that I can get from either captain or yourself, it really does go a long ways. 1-2 pitch, low and away. Change up, 89 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Hancock to Ramirez. 2-2 pitch, tries to jam the hitter at the hips with the sinker, fouls that one off. Nice souvenir for that fan. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. We're in the top of the first. Emerson Hancock on the mound and Jose Ramirez in the box. 2-2 pitch, low and away with the changeup to Jose Ramirez. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Hancock to Ramirez. Come on, Emerson. Let's go, baby. Trident's up. Come on, Emerson. Global broadcast on MLB Network as well. I got you, man. Like I said, I work, pretty much 7 days a week, unless the Mariners have a day off and I decide to do something else. But I work throughout holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, my birthday. It doesn't matter. The grind doesn't stop. And we get Jose to get out there, and a very clean inning for Emerson Hancock. And I appreciate that. Shout out to all the dads out there, obviously, whether that be, with a child, or if you have a cat or a pup, or, whatever the situation may be. And again, there's not going to be anybody else that's going to grind harder for the Seattle Mariners. And obviously people know me as the YouTuber for the Seattle Mariners, and I appreciate that. And, obviously I do a lot of Oregon Ducks, and people know me for that as well. But we'll do NFL, college football for other teams. As well as a little, NHL with the Kraken, and a little bit of Blazers for the NBA, a little bit of NASCAR, while we're waiting for baseball season to start. But when baseball is in full swing, it'll be all Mariners all day, every day, until we get to football season, and then we'll sprinkle in a little Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night football, and some college football as well. And obviously we do the typical, WWE PLE premium live event once a month, and I really enjoy those streams as well. All right, let's go to the bottom of the first inning, and let's see if we can get on the board early and often. On the mound for the Guardians, their worst pitcher out of the pitchers in the series, 3-7 record with a 4.26 ERA, Luis Ortiz. So getting to 5 runs should be doable, you would think, here today. Leading off for the Mariners is J.P. Crawford. And J.P. Crawford has been electric, and I don't really think people realize how good J.P. has been as of late. JP has been incredibly money. He's got a 410 OBP this season. That ranks 4th in MLB overall and 2nd in the American League, only trailing Aaron Judge. So again, JP Crawford to the All-Star game. I don't know if he would be able to make it, but he's playing like an All-Star or a fringe All-Star right now. Nice job, JP Crawford. Batting second, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's be a little bit more patient in the box and not get out on the first pitch. And batting third, big dumper, DHing today, the best catcher in baseball, Cal Raleigh. Tied with Aaron Judge with 26 home runs for the lead. Shohei Ohtani had 2 yesterday, and he's obviously tied for, right there at second, with 25. So Judge and Cal at 26, Ohtani at 25. Who's going to win the home run championship this year? We'll find out, but it's nice to have a name like Cal mixed in with Ohtani and Judge. First pitch fouled off by Ortiz to J.P. Crawford, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees with a slider. 1 ball and 1 strike to J.P. Crawford. Let's go, J.P. And J.P. being a new dad himself, obviously the perfect time, for a guy to become a dad. And That's a little bit of probably why the reason JP is playing so well as of late. 1-1 pitch, right down the middle, fouled off with the cutter, 92 miles an hour by Ortiz. 1 ball and 2 strikes to JP Crawford. Shout out to all the new dads that are out there celebrating fatherhood in 2025. Bottom of the first, 0-0, Guardians and Mariners. 1-2 pitch, in play, and JP grounds out to the pitcher. Throw to first, 1 away. And getting JP off to a fast start equals wins for the Mariners. And even though he didn't get a first hit at his first at-bat, hopefully he will get a hit on his second at-bat to set the tone. 295 average, 5 homers, 25 ribbies, OBP of 410, which is second in the American League just to Aaron Judge alone, which is amazing since JP is a shortstop and a leadoff hitter. Next up for the Mariners, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. First pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. Be a little bit more patient in the box, my guy. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away. Behind in the count, 0-2 to Ortiz. Let's go, J-Rod. Trident's up, baby. We need you. And hopefully we get Julio or Cal to homer or both today. Bottom of the first inning, 0-2 pitch, low and away with the slider to Julio Rodriguez. 1 ball and 2 strikes early on here in the bottom of the first. Let's go, J-Rod. I mean, if we can't get an opening hit out of JP here in the bottom of the first, hopefully we can get something out of J-Rod and Cal. And golly, these Grays are fire. Bring them back. If that means that we have to give up the Northwest Greens for the Grays, I'm okay with that. And I don't think necessarily the Northwest Greens are ugly. I like them, but I like the Grays a little more. 1-2 pitch. Tries to jam the hitter at the knees. Fouls that one off into the crowd. Good souvenir there. I got a rookie foul ball early on when they ended up playing the Royals in Bobby Witt Jr.'s rookie season as well. Nothing will ever take away from the memory of getting a foul ball, or a home run ball at a game, and let alone being from, one of the best players in MLB and one of the best players on the Mariners. I don't have any Cal Raleighs, and obviously when I go to see hopefully Skeens on the 4th of July, I'm really hoping for a Skeens Cal Raleigh foul ball. That will be my goal. And again, I got pretty good percentages as Rodriguez grounds out to the pitcher, throw to first, 2 away. But I've only been to 9 games and I've gotten 3 baseballs. I would say that's a pretty good ratio. But I would love to get a Cal Raleigh foul ball. Crazy thing is, my best friend has gone to like 100 games between the Dodgers and the Mariners and never has gotten a ball. So I would love to get a ball for him as well, but definitely going to be shooting for a big dumper Cal Raleigh foul ball on the 4th of July. And hopefully Skeens will be pitching. And I obviously understand if Skeens does pitch in the game that I go to, we could lose, and I get that. And again, it could be low scoring, but hopefully we end up getting Skeens Logan Gilbert or Skeens Brian Wu. That would be amazing. In play, and Cal singles to right. There we go, Cal. Yeah, but I'm kind of a honey badger, though, too. It all started off when I was 10 years old as Cal gets a single there to right. And next up is Jorge Polanco. First pitch is high and away with a cutter, 1-0 count. We had a AAA affiliate here in Oregon called the Portland Beavers, and they were the affiliate to the Minnesota Twins in the late 80s and early 90s when that team with Kirby Puckett was winning World Series. And I would go to a bunch of games, from 1st to 4th grade. And when I was 10, I ended up spraining my ankle twice for getting, foul balls back then, 2 of them. And I kind of knew that, that was setting me up to be able to get baseballs, obviously, on the MLB side. As Polo goes down, end of the first inning, we leave Cal stranded, but hopefully we'll be able to get something in the 2nd or 3rd inning. But again, getting 2 baseballs when I was 10 for the Portland Beavers. I even snuck down to the front row with a rich couple, screamed at a couple of the players, down below. And after a guy ended up hitting a big home run, he took off his batting gloves and threw them up to me. I still have them to this day in a Ziploc bag, same Ziploc bag, from 1992 that have been sitting in there for 30 years, plus. So again, I would say I got pretty good luck but also, I usually know where to sit. I usually get an aisle seat so I can move up and down the steps to give me more range instead of being stuck in the middle of a row where you only have a little bit of maneuverability, right? And usually it's about 15 to 20 rows back is a sweet spot for foul balls. And you want to be on first base or third base, depending on what team you want to see. But I've got a Kike Hernandez Dodger foul ball. That was the first ball that I got a couple years before COVID, like around 2019, when the Dodgers came to town. And my dad's been a Dodger fan since the 50s, grew up in LA and in Hawaii. Then the second ball I got was in Julio's rookie year when we saw Bobby Witt Jr. and Julio fouled one off in the ninth, and I got that, which was amazing. And then later on that season, when Aaron Judge hit his 62 home runs and broke the record, I got an Aaron Judge ball as well. So, and it was kind of crazy because I even predicted that I was going to get the Aaron Judge ball before I went to the game, and I did. And what are the chances of that happening? Like 1 in a billion? So again, hopefully I can get a Skeens Cal Raleigh ball on the 4th of July if Skeens pitches. Definitely want to be able to see what Skeens is about in person, and hopefully we can end up getting some runs here in the bottom of the second. Let's see who's up next here in the top of the second, where we're knotted up at 0 here on MLB Network. Next up, DHing today, the former Seattle Mariner Carlos Santana. Batting second, playing shortstop, Daniel Schneemann. And batting third, center fielder, Lane Thomas. First pitch from Emerson Hancock, right down the middle of the Santana. Big swing and a miss with the sinker, 94 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Bring that electricity, Emerson. Let's go, baby. Lauren in the building, what's good? Appreciate you. 6 more likes to get to 20. Trident's up, go M's. Happy Father's Day, Lauren. 1-1 pitch in play, and Santana flies out to right, almost back to the warning track. 1 away. Next up, shortstop, Daniel Schneemann. Let's go, Emerson. First pitch, fouled off, low and away, 0-1 count. And the crazy thing is out of the 3 baseballs that I got them with different people each time. My dad was with me the first time, which I predicted like 10 years before, that I would slide past like a grandma or grandpa and I would get a ball. And it just so happens that's exactly what happened like 10 years later after I predicted something like that. So I don't know. ESP must be real with me. 0-2 pitch in play. And grounds out to second, throw to first, 2 away. Second one, obviously, was with my best friend, Justin. And it was funny, too, because I went to the bathroom and then the line was too long and something kind of felt weird. And I was at the top of the steps and I just had this weird feeling that something good was going to happen. And then literally like 30 seconds later, after I sat in my seat, Julio, fouled one off. It hit a railing and then right in my area, and I got it, which was awesome. And then the third one was with my other friend, Preston, when we went to go see the Yankees and Aaron Judge. So pretty cool. 0-1 pitch, or 1-0 pitch, excuse me, takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike from Hancock to Thomas. Thomas in the box, Emerson Hancock on the mound. Let's go, Emerson. 1-1 pitch, high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike from Hancock to Lane Thomas. Happy Father's Day, everyone. Two-one pitch in play, and Thomas singles the left to get them somebody on board for the first time today. Nice little base knock there by Lane Thomas. Next up, right fielder Nolan Jones, who's probably had the best series out of any player besides Jose Ramirez. Very productive in game 1 with a home run, RBI in game 2, and hopefully we can limit the damage from Nolan Jones, Nojo, here in game number 3, the rubber match. And down goes Nolan Jones. That was quick. And anytime you can get someone out within the first pitch or second pitch of the at-bat and they get overly aggressive like Julio, we'll take that. Let's go to the bottom of the second inning, and we're still knotted up here at 0. Next up for the Mariners, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Batting second, first baseman Rowdy Tellez. And batting third, catcher Mitch Garver. And obviously on that last out by Nolan Jones, slow dribbler to Emerson Hancock, flips to the pitcher, obviously to the first baseman Rowdy Tellez, and an easy inning there for the Mariners. We're knotted up at 0. Let's go to the bottom of the second. And again, Luis Ortiz on the mound, 3-7 record, ERA of 4.26. So far, Ortiz and Emerson Hancock have done well. I'm not sure if it's going to be a pitcher's duel, but I do feel that the runs will open up as the game progresses. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. There you go. Appreciate you. You understand exactly what needs to be done here on the channel without even me telling you. And that's what I need, from people that are going to be regulars, people that are going to be dedicated to the channel. And I appreciate you very, very much. 4 more to 20. Goal is 50. Let them know. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Also, too, when you go to a game, I'm always, in a ready position, head on a swivel. I'm not, getting overly wasted with beer. I'm not going to be sitting there with a big nacho helmet and just, eating. Like, I'm focused on the game. I'm not on my phone at all. When the game is going on, no phone. I have to make sure that I'm very aware of what's going on. And the more aware that you are, because getting a baseball, it's like a split-second decision. Whether you move one way or not could be the difference between you getting a ball or not getting a ball. And I'm definitely trying to get memorabilia. And it's not like I'm going to be able to get a cleat or a jersey or a bat. So really the thing that you want to get when you go to a Mariner game or any MLB game is a ball. First pitch, low and away to Randy Arozarena from Ortiz, 1-0 count. But I'll tell you what, once you get your first ball, it's a kind of a crazy feeling. Like you get... I don't know how to describe it, but it definitely changes your fandom once you end up getting a piece of memorabilia to take home that actually was from the game. 1-0 pitch, low and away with the sinker. 2 balls and no strikes from Ortiz to Randy Arozarena. Two-0 pitch, fouled off. 3-1 pitch, and that is a walk. Here we go, baby. 5-pitch walk to Randy Arozarena. We'll take that. All right, Randy, I see you, baby. Nice to be patient there. And next up is first baseman Rowdy Tellez. Let's go, Rowdy. Trident's up. Let's get it, baby. Obviously anybody that's up 2-0 in any series or 3-0, you're going to be thinking sweep, but it's hard to sweep teams, and again, the Mariners were great at the beginning of the year, winning 9 consecutive series in a row. And then we were absolutely dog shit for about a month and a half. So we were going from 6 runs a game average to 1 to 3. And not only did we go low in runs, scoring about half of what we were doing previously in the previous month, but the pitching got worse. The bullpen got much worse, and obviously the decision making by our manager wasn't very good either. But obviously winning these 2 games has given us a little bit of life. And we are going for the sweep. I don't know if we're going to get it. Obviously Cleveland's going to be very motivated. This is a must-win game for them, so they don't get swept. But based on who they have on the mound, it definitely plays into our favor. We're playing with house money, but I do think that if we get to 4 to 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, that we could sweep today, and that would be big for us. I hope we sweep, but I understand on the flip side, the Guardians are a good team, and it's going to be hard to do. Now, if Quan and Ramirez go off, we're not going to sweep. But if we can limit the damage from those two guys, we should have a good chance late in the matchup like last night. 2-0 pitch. High and away. Count now is 3 balls and no strikes from Ortiz to Tellez. But one reason I think that we're going to have a very good chance to sweep today is this is the worst pitcher out of the 3 games. So if we can win against their good pitchers, we should be able to win against one of their, bottom end guys. At least, that's what you would think. 3-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. 3 balls and 1 strike from Ortiz to Tellez. Let's go, Rowdy. And again, 3-7 record with an ERA of 4.26. But again, even though he's got a record of 3-7 instead of 7-3, I mean, sometimes the Mariner hitters, will get punched out and look silly by guys that have bad records or even high ERAs. So we'll see how this goes. But I know we've gained a lot of confidence in the last 2 days, putting up 16 hits in game 1, winning 7-2. And we should have lost yesterday with Clase coming in, and he had an epic meltdown. We were down 3-2, and we should have lost 3-2, but somehow we came back. In play by Tellez. Go, go, go. Yes, and Rowdy Tellez with a double to left. Beautiful. That's my boy. Way to bring the electricity. Now we got runners at second and third with no outs. We're scoring some runs. We're getting on the board, baby. Next up is catcher Mitch Garver. And Mitch Garver is one of the worst players on the team with Donovan Solano and Trent Thornton. But again, in a situation like this with no pressure, hopefully Mitch can get the ball hit deep enough or like a sac fly, and we can go up 1-0. Or if he's lucky enough to get a base hit or the unthinkable, a 3-run homer, even though he only has 1 on the year. Not very likely, but who knows? Anything could happen. 0-1 pitch. Takes a strike looking in the zone behind in the count 0-2. And the last thing that we need is Garver to strike out looking or swinging. Just get the ball in play. And of course, he strikes out swinging. 1 away. Damn you, Mitch. Down goes Mitch Garver. All right. Here's a guy that won't strike out more than likely. Right fielder, Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. Dom has been very good for us, and we had Leody Taveras that we picked up from the Rangers. He was their 9-hole hitter, and he was doing okay in right field. Helped us win a couple games against the White Sox, a few weeks ago, but then kind of flatlined and wasn't very good. So then we had to replace him for Dominic Canzone, who was already on the team last year, and I think that was a good decision, and Dom has been productive. First pitch, high and away, 1-0 count. And I would like to see Tyler Locklear, who got a little time last year, come back to the team, as well as Harry Ford. And then Luke Raley is going to be making his way back to the team with Logan Gilbert, maybe even tomorrow. So we'll see. Looking pretty good for Raley and Gilbert. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike with runners at second and third and 1 out. Great opportunity here for the first time for the Mariners to threaten. Let's go, Dom. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike swinging low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners at second and third and 1 out. Come on, Dom. Let's go, baby. 1-2 pitch, low and away. Changeup, 90 miles an hour by Ortiz. 2 balls and 2 strikes with runners at second and third and 1 out. Come on, Mariners. Let's go, Dom. Get this RBI. 3-run jack would be best case scenario, but even an RBI single would be great. RBI double would make it 2-0. Two-two pitch, high and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Ortiz to Canzone. 3-2 pitch, fouled off low and away. Changeup, 90 miles an hour. Count now is full. Come on, Dom. 3 balls, 2 strikes, runners at second and third and 1 out. We got to be able to be clutch here. Let's go, Dom. Come on, Dom. 3-2 pitch, fouled off, 97 miles an hour, high and inside. Count still remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, runners at second and third and 1 out. Come on, baby. Randy Arozarena with a walk at third, and Rowdy Tellez with a double, which is rare, but again, we'll take it. Come on, baby. Come on, Dom. And there we go. Dom, very smart in the box, not chasing, and that's going to be a 6-pitch walk, baby. 8-pitch walk. Let's go. And now we got bases loaded with 1 out. I love that, baby. Let's go. Next up, a guy that has been very good for the Mariners as a limited player. Plays every 2 to 3 days. Miles Mastroboni filling in for Ben Williamson at third. And hopefully we get Miles to connect just like this. He's a singles hitter. And if he can get a single here, it'll be 1-0 Mariners. Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's go. Luis Ortiz in a jam. 3-7 record, ERA of 4.26. And depending on what we get here out of the next couple batters, it could end up being 1-2-3-4-0 in a matter of 5 minutes. Miles Mastroboni in the box, on deck, JP Crawford. And there it is, in play. And Mastroboni singles to right. Arozarena scores. 1-0 Mariners. And there it is, baby. Miles getting that connection. My boy. There we go. Way to breathe that electricity to the team. 1-0 Seattle. Hell yeah. Next up, shortstop JP Crawford. Let's go, JP. And again, best case scenario would be a grand salami to put us up 5-0, but we don't need to be greedy. If we end up getting just an RBI single here, we'll make it 2-0, RBI double, we'll make it 3-0, RBI triple, we'll make it 4-0. Grand salami, 5-0. So I don't know what we're going to get here, but let's continue the run as long as we can. Nice job, Miles. And Carl Willis and the rest of the players having a mound visit, knowing that they're already in trouble here in the bottom of the second. Mariners going for the sweep. And again, JP Crawford has been playing like an all-star. Best batting average on the team. First pitch, low and away. Slider, 85 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Let's go, JP. Try dance up, baby. One-0 pitch, takes a strike swinging high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Ortiz to Crawford. Let's go, JP. Bring that electricity, baby. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes with bases loaded and 1 out. Ortiz on the mound, JP Crawford in the box. And I'm happy that we were able to get on the board early on, and we're threatening again. Captain in the building, what's good? In play, back, see ya! Grand salami by JP Crawford. Get the mustard and rye bread. We have grand salami time. 5-0 Mariners. Let's go. Sweep, 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 sweep. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about, and that's why we have to lay out all of those scenarios. And JP comes up big, playing like an all-star. Let's go, baby. JP Crawford opening the game up. Goodbye. See ya. 5-0 JP Crawford. Let's go. Let's go. We're not losing today, baby. Get the brooms. It's Harry Potter time. 5-0 Mariners. Fuck yeah. Next up, Julio Rodriguez. On deck, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's go. And it shows you can play like shit, for a month and a half. But if you can get that first win to still be confident and then steal one like we did yesterday, and now we have all the vibes. It's good vibes only. And now we're up 5-0 in the second. Trident's up. Go M's. Sorry, Guardian fans. You caught us at the wrong time. Let's go. Happy Father's Day to JP. And he actually is a new father. And again, I think that is kind of part of the uptick in his production, you know, playing for his new baby. And shout out to him and his fam. Let's go. 1-1 pitch, and Julio flies out to right. 2 away. Let's go, baby. And hopefully Julio will be a little bit more productive than he has been early in the series. We can have him go yard at some point. Next up, DHing, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's go, Cal. We'll take singles. We'll take homers. And we'll take anything in between. Let's go, Cal. 20 likes, baby. Let's go. 30 more to go. Still looking for our first dono on Father's Day. 5-0 Mariners. We won game 1, 7-2 with 16 hits. We were down 3-2 in the ninth, and all we needed is an epic meltdown from their pitcher, who actually was one of the best closers, you know, in the league last year. He choked. He had the epic meltdown that we needed, and we ended up winning 4-3 with an RBI single by Jorge Polanco, who's been playing well as of late. And now we have another hero today, JP Crawford, with a grand salami. Get the mustard and rye bread. Oh, baby. 5-0 Mariners. Tridents up. First pitch fouled off to Cal Raleigh. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike from Ortiz to Raleigh. Let's go, baby. And down goes Cal, but the damage is done. JP Crawford doing JP Crawford things. And again, I don't think people realize how good that he's been as of late. And I mentioned this stat, you know, early on. I'm always going to be, you know, looking at all of the, you know, deep diving in the stats and the analytics. JP Crawford has a 410 OBP this season. That ranks 4th in MLB overall, and he's 2nd in the American League in that stat, only behind Aaron Judge. So that shows you how good JP Crawford has been playing. You know, and again, we don't have really that many guys that are going to be batting close or over 300. With that grand salami, Cal and Julio, you know, they're kind of getting their batting average in the 260 range. JP Crawford with that grand salami now batting 297. If he can get one more hit, it'll be over 300 here this afternoon. End of the second inning. What a grand salami by JP Crawford. 5-0 Mariners. Let's go. Tridents up. Next up, second baseman in the 8-hole, Angel Martinez. Batting second on deck in the 9-hole, catcher Austin Hedges. And batting third, left fielder, 0 for 1, Stephen Kwan. Let's go Mariners. First pitch from Emerson Hancock to Angel Martinez. Takes the strike looking on the line. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Low and away. Sinker. 1 ball and 1 strike from Hancock to Angel Martinez. Astros walked off on the Twins. Oh, brutal. You know, anytime that we start gaining some ground, we obviously need the Astros and Rangers to keep losing. But at this point, all we can do is worry about ourselves. And as long as we get that, you know, job done, you know, everything will fall into place eventually. Martinez singles the center right there in front of Julio. Nice hit by Angel. Now we need a double play. Slow dribbler right up the middle by Austin Hedges to JP Crawford. Throw to Rowdy Tellez. And then we'll be able to get 2 away. Let's see if we can get that double play to happen here. But I was very pleased I really thought that we were going to win 2 out of 3 in this series. And, again, yesterday's game would have been the game that we would have lost. But the epic meltdown happened in the pen. And obviously, when you have a closer that has a meltdown, we've seen Munoz have a meltdown like that in the past. And I'm just happy it was them, not us. And we found a way. 0-1 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Hancock to Hedges. You know it, Joseph. We're going to get the brooms out. And again, we're going to need some really good confidence because we got the Boston Red Sox, but we should have Logan Gilbert pitching possibly tomorrow, which is a great sign. And Luke Raley should be back on the team as well. So, it's nice to be able to see a team have the highs of all highs as that pitch is in play. And there's the double play. I'm telling you, my ESP is so good. And again, I'm not going to predict everything correct 100%, but I will predict quite a few, I would say a couple things per game, 2 to 3 per game. And there it is. You ask for the double play, you get the double play. Next up is Stephen Kwan. First pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. Anytime you end up giving up a walk or a single, you got to get that double play, to kind of kill the momentum and let that Uncle Mo and that momentum continue for the Mariners. 0-2 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Hancock to Kwan. Yeah, and we'll narrow the gap. Obviously we had at our peak, we were 8 games above 500 in first place, right? And now obviously being down 4.5, 5 games is not ideal. But if we can end up sweeping this team, which it looks like we're going to have a good chance if we continue to play this way, and as well as the bullpen doesn't fuck it up with like Trent Thornton giving up 5 runs, we should be able to sweep here. And then obviously that will give us momentum going in against the Boston Red Sox. And again, Boston is not an easy team to beat. Usually we're only going to win 1 game out of 3 against them. Hopefully we can win 2 out of 3. Best case scenario, another sweep. And if we sweep the Red Sox after sweeping the Guardians, we're back. And again, with Gilbert and Raley, you never know. 1-2 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Hancock on the mound, Stephen Kwan in the box. In play. And grounded out to the shortstop, throw to first. And that is the end of the inning. Beautiful defense by the Mariners. Great pitching by Emerson Hancock. And great hitting by J.P. Crawford and company. 5-0 Seattle. Fuck yeah. Happy Father's Day. Next up for the Mariners, 0-for-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. Playing second base today, Jorge Polanco. Batting second, 0-for-0 with a run and a base on ball, left fielder Randy Arozarena. And batting third, 1-for-1 with a run, double at his first at-bat, first baseman Rowdy Tellez. Trident's up, let's go Mariners. Really the only thing left that we need to see in the series is a Julio and Cal home run in the series. But even if they don't homer today, we have a nice, comfortable 5-0 lead, but we want to keep adding on. If we're already at 5, let's see if we can get to 8, 9, or 10. Let's see if we can pour it on. Give us the confidence as we go into tomorrow against the Boston Red Sox. Can't wait. Yep. You know it, Joseph. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 50 likes before the stream ends. And obviously, we're still looking for our first dono here on Father's Day. Luis Ortiz, 3-7 with an ERA of 4.26 that obviously has gone up since the grand salami by J.P. Crawford. And leading off here for the Mariners in the bottom of the 3rd, playing second base a little bit more frequently, Jorge Polanco. Let's go, Polo. And it shows you, when you actually get production out of guys, other than Julio and Cal and JP, things really start to turn around. First pitch and flied out by Polo into center field, 1 away. Next up, left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Let's go, Randy. First pitch, low and away. Misses the plate by 2 feet. Sinker, 96 miles an hour, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking in the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike from Luis Ortiz. That's a cool shirt. A little Adidas no-fly zone. With a little silhouette of Julio. I would wear that. 1-1 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. 8 more likes to 30. Let's get there, baby. 2-1 pitch, low and away with the slider. 3 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and 1 out. Ortiz on the mound, Randy Arozarena in the box. Happy Father's Day 2025. JP playing like an all-star, and I love it. 3-1 pitch, takes a strike looking on the line. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. And I know with Captain and a lot of the other Mariner fans, like, you know, it's a lot more enjoyable, you know, when you're not getting your ass kicked and getting swept, you know, series in and series out, or only winning 1 game out of 3 or 1 game out of 4 and then getting swept in the next series. You know, the type of baseball that we played in the last month and a half prior to these last 2 games was fucking terrible. And to be able to get these back-to-back wins and possibly back-to-back-to-back and a sweep, you know, it really does feel like we've turned the corner and turned the page. We are back. Pitch fouled off. 3-2 pitch, and the 4-seam fastball is a walk. There we go, Randy. Randy with 2 at-bats and 2 walks, and we'll take that. Nice job, Randy. Good eye. Next up is first baseman Rowdy Tellez. Let's go, Rowdy. Is it time for a 2-run jack to put us up 7-0? Let's go, Rowdy. Bring that electricity, baby. First pitch, right down the middle. That should have been the one you swung on. Takes a strike looking, 97 miles an hour, 0-1 count. If Rowdy would have swung on that, that would have been gone. Right down the middle where Rowdy loves it. Anna in the building. How are you? JP Crawford with a grand salami. Yes, please. We're back. Great to see you, Anna. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Bottom of the 3rd. Runner at first. Randy with a walk. 0-1 pitch. Takes a strike swinging low and away. Behind the count 0-2 to Ortiz to Tellez. And Randy Arozarena steals second. And again, we're getting back to small ball. We're stealing bags. Every once in a while, we're getting a runner caught, you know, in between the base paths, and that's fine. I would like to see us bunt. We still haven't been bunting on a regular basis. You know, we've seen Cole Young attempt to bunt, you know, but again, it's like we're only bunting once out of every 5 to 10 games. We need to be bunting once every game. But I would prefer us bunting 2 to 3 times a game. But, you know. Appreciate you so much. And Tellez grounds out and lines out to right field. 2 away. It's okay, Rowdy. Randy, 13 for 13 in stolen bags. Great job. And next up, one of the worst players on the team, catcher Mitch Garver. Don't really have a lot for him. I mean, I guess it's just a backup catcher that can catch the baseball, you know, but again, Harry Ford would be more productive as catcher as well as a hitter, and Harry could play more than one position. You know, Harry could end up playing in the outfield. He could end up playing in the infield, DH, or catcher, but primarily a catcher. First pitch fouled off, high and inside, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, fouled off again at the hips, tries to jam the hitter and does, behind the count 0-2 to Mitch Garver. Come on, Mitch. 0-2 pitch, fouls it off with that slider low and away. Bottom of the third, runner at second, Randy Arozarena with 2 outs. Ortiz on the mound, Garver in the box with an 0-2 count. Come on, Mitch.
Oh my God.
And Garver strikes out looking. And that is the end of the third inning. You know what's crazy? Donovan Solano is a better player than Mitch Garver. And we know how bad Donovan Solano and Trent Thornton are. You know, we thought at one point in the season those were the 2 worst. But now it's Trent Thornton and Mitch Garver. Those are by far the 2 worst players on the team. And they shouldn't even be on the team, if we're really being honest. End of the third inning, 5-0 Mariners. Trident's up. Let's see who's up next here for the Guardians in the top of the fourth. Next up for the Guardians, 0-for-1, first baseman Kyle Manzardo. Batting second, 0-for-1 with a K, third baseman Jose Ramirez. And batting third, 0-for-1, DHing Carlos Santana. Trident's up. Let's go Mariners. And for anybody that's just coming into the broadcast, I'll give you a quick recap. In the bottom of the second inning, Miles Mastrobuoni singles to right with bases loaded. Randy Arozarena scores. Canzone to second, Tellez to third, 1-0 Mariners. And then later in that inning, in the bottom of the second, J.P. Crawford with bases loaded. Grand salami, he homers, and it ends up being 377 feet. Tellez scores, Canzone scores, Mastrobuoni scores, J.P. scores, and with that grand salami, that makes it 5-0 Mariners. Let's go. And we're getting good production out of Emerson Hancock, which is great to see. You know, a better pitcher right now, you know, than Bryce Miller and Logan Evans. And again, you know, we're going to have Logan Gilbert back. It sounds like tomorrow against the Boston Red Sox. We may see Luke Raley as well. Maybe not starting, but you know, maybe pinch hit, you know, to start off and kind of ease him in. And I'm very excited to see what happens against the Red Sox. And you know, typically when we play Boston, it feels like, you know, we're only going to be winning, you know, maybe once out of 3 times. But again, we won 2 out of 3 in Boston. And that was the first time that we have done that in like 11 years. And that was in Boston this year. So we'll see if we can win 2 out of 3 at home. And hopefully we can continue the hot streak. Or who knows, maybe we sweep the Guardians and maybe we get lucky enough to sweep the Red Sox if we're lucky. First pitch from Emerson Hancock to Kyle Manzardo. Takes a strike looking on the line. 0-1 count. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Low and at the knees with the changeup, 85 miles an hour by Emerson Hancock. 2-2 record with a 5.04 ERA, which is fantastic considering it was 81 at the beginning of the year. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking. No, strike swinging. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Hancock on the mound, Kyle Manzardo in the box. One-two pitch, low and away. Changeup misses the zone off the plate a couple feet. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Hancock to Manzardo. Let him know all day. Appreciate you, Captain. A few more likes to get to 30. Let's get there. And Manzardo flies out to left, baby. 1 away. All right, boom. We're at 25, halfway to the goal. Now we're at 27. Thank you to the last couple people there. Appreciate you. Only 23 more to go to hit the goal. Let's go, baby. And we gained a new sub here today as well. Thank you so much. Shout out to all the people watching all over the globe. First pitch from Hancock to Ramirez. Low and away. 1-0 count. 2,900 regular viewers on the channel, where we were around 1,000 to 1,500. So we've doubled the volume there, which is great. 1-0 pitch in play and popped out to first. 2 away. But we got United States, Venezuela, Mexico, Dominican Republic, Philippines, Canada, Japan, Colombia, India, Egypt, Australia, New Zealand, to name a few. Shout out to you wherever you're watching across the globe. I love you and I appreciate you. First pitch, fouled off, high and away from Carlos Santana, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees with the changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike from Hancock to Santana. Let's go, Emerson. Wheel and deal, baby. And it is a little unfortunate that Bryce Miller, has been injured, with George Kirby and Logan Gilbert this year. And hopefully Gilbert will be back like Kirby and he can find his way to be the best pitcher on the squad. And, if it just so happens that Bryce Miller, this is a washed year for him, at least we have 2 guys to fill in for him in Logan Evans and Emerson Hancock. And I think we feel confident with those 2 guys. If we have to go with those 2 other than Bryce, we'll be just fine. We got more concerns with the bullpen and, everyday hitting that we do with Bryce. 2-1 pitch in play and flies out to right. And that is the end of the Guardians in the top of the 4th. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning and see who's up next for the Mariners. 5-0 Seattle lead. Trident's up. Santana hitting him deep today, but just not out of the park. Thank God. Next up for the Mariners, right fielder Dominic Canzone. 0-for-0 with a run and a base on ball. Let's go, Dom. New photo I had to add for him here today. Batting second, 1-for-1 with a run and an RBI. The guy that got the party started. He's a singles hitter. He doesn't try to be someone that he's not, and that's what I respect. Third baseman Miles Mastroboni, who's been very, very good, as well as this guy who's been playing like an all-star in the last month and a half. Shortstop J.P. Crawford, 1-for-2 with a run, 4 RBIs, and a fucking grand salami. If that's not electric, I don't know what is. And he's a leadoff hitter as a shortstop hitting grand slams, not a outfielder hitting 3rd or 4th or 5th. Way to be, JP. Happy Father's Day, JP Crawford. Happy Father's Day to everyone in the room. Way to bring that electricity, JP. Complete domination by the Mariners today, and I love it. I mean, he's playing like it. I mean, more than likely he won't make it because he's a low-name player, and he's on the Mariners, But again, if you actually look at his stats, he's playing like an all-star. He's the only guy close to 300 on the team. And again, J.P. Crawford with the bases loaded since 2023, 503 average, 16 for 27, 4 grand slams, 42 RBIs. He's a career 400 hitter. 26 for 65 in his career with bases loaded. So he's actually one of the best hitters in baseball with the bases loaded since 2023, which is pretty awesome. And then on top of that, I had a stat that I brought out that I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast. J.P. Crawford is a 410 OBP this season. That's 4th in MLB, 2nd in the American League, only to Aaron Judge. So again, JP is balling, and it shows. First pitch from Ortiz to Miles Mastroboni. Takes a strike, looking in the zone, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch, high and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike from Ortiz to Mastroboni. J.P. Crawford basketball jersey night against the Pirates. I'm going to miss that by 1 game, but that's kind of dope. I would definitely rock the J.P. Crawford Mariner basketball jersey. But again, it shows you, we need more production than just Julio and Cal every night. And once you get JP, leading off and doing a good job there, Polo and Randy are picking up the slack. And then if we get anything anything right out of Rowdy Tellez, Dominic Canzone, Ben Williamson, Cole Young, Miles Mastrobuoni, then, we're in business. And then obviously when you get Solano and Garver and some of the others that get limited at bats, Dylan Moore, hopefully they do something, but we don't really have any expectations. But it's nice to be able to see at least half of the lineup raking. And that was part of our success when we were on our 9 consecutive series win streak. Takes a strike looking, 2 balls and 2 strikes from Ortiz to Mastrobuoni. Let's go, Miles. But for a while, even when we were on our skid, it was only JP, Julio, Cal, and Miles Mastrobuoni that was playing every 3rd to 4th game. Now we're starting to see Randy heat up, Polo heat up, Rowdy do some things, right? And Mastrobuoni grounds out to second, throw to first, 2 away. And then obviously Ben Williamson and Cole Young, doing a little bit of damage at times, and bringing up Dominic Canzone was perfect, because obviously you already know what you're going to get with Leody Taveras, and Dominic, in my opinion, is a better player. So hopefully Dominic Canzone will be on the team for the rest of the year. But if not, we may be looking at right field and first base at the deadline, as well as a couple of relievers. First pitch to JP Crawford with 2 outs, high and away, 1-0 count. Had a grand salami at his last at bat, and we'll see if JP can continue the hot streak. 1-0 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Ortiz to Crawford. Let's go, JP. Let's go, Crawdaddy. 2-0 pitch, high and inside. 3 balls and no strikes to JP Crawford. Let's go, JP. And there it is, a 4-pitch walk to JP Crawford. Let's go, baby. You demand, JP. Good eye. Next up for the Mariners, center fielder 0 for 2, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, baby. And what makes it kind of interesting, too, is we didn't really get a whole lot of production out of Julio and Cal in the series. And we're on the brink of sweeping a really good team in the Cleveland Guardians. And again, Julio and Cal are not going to bail us out every night. But I would like to see Julio or Cal or both homer today, since they weren't able to homer in the series so far. Bottom of the 4th, runner at first with 2 outs. And a first pitch inside to Julio Rodriguez. Tries to jam the hitter at the elbows and does. 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch and another ball. 2 balls and no strikes to Julio Rodriguez. In play. And hit by pitch. Wow, Julio turning into the new Ty France and Randy Arozarena. Hopefully Julio's okay. And Julio gets plunked. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Here it is. Time for the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And with 1 swing, we can make this an 8-0 game. Let's go, Cal. Trident's up. First pitch to big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Takes a strike looking, 0-1 count. Bottom of the 4th inning. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. 5-0 Mariner lead. Guardian fans pretty quiet today. Happy Father's Day 2025. 0-1 pitch, takes another strike looking in the zone. Behind in the count now 0-2 from Ortiz to big dumper. Come on, Cal. You would have swung at either one of those first 2 pitches. What could have possibly happened? I know they were a little inside, though. We don't want to get Cal jammed. We want to have that torpedo bat hit right on the sweet spot. Let's go, Cal. Cal tied with Aaron Judge with 26 homers, number 1 in MLB. And big swing and a miss. You're not going to see Cal strike out on 3 pitches often, but does there. That's the end of the 4th inning, 5-0 Mariners. All right, let's go and look at the pitcher's stats since we're about halfway through. 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 5 earned runs, 4 walks, 3 Ks, 73 pitches, 45 strikes, 4.64 ERA for Luis Ortiz. And then let's go to Emerson Hancock. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, only 1 K, but he's only at 49 pitches. Ortiz is at 73, so it shows the difference. 49 pitches, 33 strikes, 4.70 ERA. Yes, and that's what I was hoping for, that we get Emerson in the ERAs in the 4s, and then eventually we're going to get Emerson in the ERAs in the 3s. And if we can get him at 3 to 3.50, we're going to be in business, especially since, Bryce Miller is injured. We want to try to have as many guys with a under 3 ERA, and if you're going to have an ERA in the 3s, hopefully it's mid 3s, not high 3s. But again, if you start off the year with your ERA at 81, it's going to take time, giving up 6 runs in like the first inning, then getting benched, sent to Tacoma, and then coming back to the team and actually playing pretty fucking well as of late. I really like Emerson. And again, he was a liability last year and a little bit of the beginning of the year. But after that terrible 6 runs that he gave up in his first start and then getting sent down to the Tacoma Rainiers, he definitely learned from his teammates, and the confidence and swagger is back. We had some moments with Logan Evans, and it's been more positive than negative than with, Evans. And Hancock has been money. And again, to get that ERA from 81, then to 15, then to 12, and then to 8, and then to 6, and now all the way down to 4. If he keeps pitching this type of way, it's possible that he might be able to get his ERA all the way down to like 2.9 something. And if that happens, watch out. But again, I'll be happy for somewhere in the 3s. But right now he's in the 4s. And that's pretty fucking solid for Emerson Hancock. And again, he's no longer the worst pitcher on the staff. Let's see who's up next here in the top of the 5th for the Guardians. Next up in the 5-hole, 0 for 1, shortstop Daniel Schneemann. On deck, center fielder Lane Thomas, and batting third, Nolan Jones. Schneemann lines out the left on the first pitch. 1 away. Here we go, baby. We're at 30. Let's go, baby. 20 more likes to hit the goal, and we're still looking for our first dono on Father's Day. First pitch, takes a strike looking in the zone, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and away, takes another strike looking. Lane Thomas behind in the count, 0-2 to Emerson Hancock. Let's go, M. And again, it's like I got all the confidence, on the starting pitchers. Really, it comes down to our bullpen. And again, we just need to be a little bit more consistent with hitting, but super excited to have Logan Gilbert and Luke Raley back, possibly tomorrow. And Logan Gilbert will be on the mound tomorrow starting against the Boston Red Sox. Super excited. Logan will be on the thumb tomorrow. 1-2 pitch, low and away on the third pitch, high and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Hancock to Thomas. 2-2 pitch, high and inside. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And we got Lucas Giolotto going against Logan Gilbert tomorrow, and it's official, baby. I love it. But hopefully Logan doesn't look like George Kirby when he first came back. We don't want Logan to give up, 5 runs and look terrible when we lose. We need Logan to look like the normal Logan, and hopefully he gives up 3 runs or less. Hopefully, preferably 1 or 2 runs. I don't know if he'll be able to give up a 0 at his first start after, the rehab stint. But you never know. Logan Gilbert is special. Pitch fouled off. Count still full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Hancock to Thomas. Thomas 1 for 1 at his first at bat. Let's go, Emerson. And again, Emerson was a former first-round pick from Georgia, so these are, the type of guys that we anticipated finally finding their way. It just took Emerson a little bit longer to develop, but I'm very happy that we have him, especially with the Bryce Miller injury, and we still got Logan Evans floating around in AAA and on the Mariner squad. And Thomas walks. Lane Thomas to first. All right, now we need a slow dribbler right up the middle to J.P. Crawford to throw to Rowdy for a double play to get out of the inning. Let's see if we can get this to happen for Nolan Jones. All right, Emerson, you know what to do. Top of the 5th inning, first pitch, takes a strike looking, low and in the zone, 0-1 count. Yes, he has. Hope you're having a good Father's Day, Ben. Top of the 5th. Runner at first with 1 out, 5-0 Mariner lead. And we need a slow dribbler right up the middle, baby. Let's go. Unless we can get Nolan Jones to punch out, and then we can get, obviously just a force out, possibly at second with that next batter, but we'll see. 0-2 pitch, high and away, fouled off. Behind in the count 0-2 to Nolan Jones. And again, Nolan Jones has been very productive, had a home run in game number 1, had an RBI in game number 2. And again, the only other player that has matched his performance maybe is Jose Ramirez as far as consistency. Come on, baby. Top of the 5th, 5-0 Mariners, runner at first with 1 out. Hancock on the mound, Nolan Jones in the box. Give me the slow dribbler right up the middle, and let's get this double play. And in play, and look at that, ESP again. Grounds out into the double play, throw to second, throw to first, got him. Man, I'm telling you, I got the ESP, and I'll predict a couple plays a game, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 5. Not going to be right 100% of the time, but what a beautiful double play, and that's exactly what we needed. Sports gods, they listen. I ask, and they shall receive. Nice job, baby. 2 double plays predicted, 2 double plays happened, and that is the end of the Guardians in the top of the 5th. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th inning and see who's up next for the Seattle Mariners. No one's going to predict more than your boy. Next up, 0-for-2, second baseman Jorge Polanco. Batting second, left fielder Randy Arozarena with 2 walks in his first 2 plate appearances. And batting third, 1-for-2 with a run, first baseman Rowdy Tellez. Let's go, Rowdy. Trident's up. Let's go, baby. I got 2 predictions correct already. Let's see if I can get 1 or 2 more before the game is up. Great start. And again, as long as the bullpen, isn't Trent Thornton and he comes in and, gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll be just fine. But hopefully we can see Brash. We're not going to see Spire today, more than likely. So, again, if they end up going with, Vargas, or Bizzardo, I guess if it was me, if I had my choice, if we're not going to get Spire, give me Brash when the time is right. Then give me Bizzardo for like an inning, and then let's end the matchup with Munoz and end the game. If we're gonna go that particular route, I don't want to see Trent Thornton. I don't want to see Colin Snyder. I wouldn't mind seeing Gabe, even though he was the one that fucked it up with that wild pitch yesterday. I don't need to see Jackson Kowar. I don't need to see any of those. I don't need to see Legomina. Give me Brash, give me Bizzardo, give me Munoz, and if we do those 3, we're gonna win. I mean, we should already win. But again, if we end up bringing in Thornton, Colin Snyder, Legomina, we'll see what happens. But again, this is a great opportunity to go Brash, Bizzardo, Munoz, and say, see ya, and end it. First pitch, high and away, cutter, 1-0 count. Anna in the building. Buenos dias, buenos noches, buenos tardes, vámonos, maneros. 1-1 pitch in play, and Polo grounds out to the catcher, 1 away. Down goes Jorge Polanco, getting that RBI single late yesterday, being the hero. Great to see. Next up, 0-for-0 with 2 walks, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Let's go, Randy. Trident's up. First pitch, 5 feet off the plate, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Randy Arozarena. Eric in the building, what's good? How's the game going today? How are you? ¿Qué pasó, Ana? 2-0 pitch, takes a strike looking, tries to paint that corner and does. Nice pitch by Ortiz. 2 balls and 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. 2-1 pitch, fouls it off right down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. Now Luis Ortiz, 3-7 record with an ERA of 4.26, the worst pitcher in the series. So if we can win against their best, we should be able to win against one of their worst. And so far, so good here for the Mariners. Let's go, Randy. Bring that electricity, baby. 2-2 pitch. Low and away. Tries to paint the corner and just misses it. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Ortiz to Randy. Three-two pitch and another walk. Wow. This might be the first time in 2025 that we've had a guy walk 3 times in his first 3 at-bats. I'll take that. Nice job, Randy. Way to be patient in the box and to get walked in your first 3 attempts. I don't think I've seen that. That's the first time in 2025 that that's happened. Next up is first baseman Rowdy Tellez. Could this be the moment where Rowdy goes yard to make it 7-0? First pitch, takes a strike looking on the line, 0-1 count. Bottom of the 5th inning, runner at first. Randy Arozarena and Rowdy Tellez in the box. And Randy with another stolen attempt, and he's safe. 14 for 14 this season. 9-0 over the Mets. Nice. And a sweep? Yeah, who cares, bro? A sweep against fucking anybody, even like the Marlins. It doesn't matter if it's the White Sox or the Marlins or, Dodgers or Yankees for good teams or bottom feeders. If you can find a way to sweep anybody, it's very difficult in MLB. So congrats, my guy. I mean, again, there's a lot of people on YouTube, but I don't think there's people that consistently can predict, things happening on the daily. I know Tony Romo can do it, but hell, he played quarterback. It's not like I was in the major leagues and I'm a former player. It's a lot of film study, a lot of reading, and just a lot of observing body language and, noticing little subtle things, in the matchup. And, the sports gods love us here. So sometimes all you got to do is verbally say it, and then the sports gods will deliver. And Tellez, 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. Down goes Rowdy, 2 away. But I can do it for NBA, NHL, MLB, NFL, college football, NASCAR. So it's not just Mariners, We're fanatics here. Next up, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Why are you on the team? Catcher Mitch Garver. Call up Harry Ford already. I almost feel like the only reason Garver is on the team is because of his salary and that he can actually catch a baseball, from being a catcher and has that experience with us. But, I still would rather go with Harry Ford, even if that means there's a few wild pitches that get away from him. I would rather get Harry called up, and he is the future with Cal. So 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss behind on the count, 0-2 to Mitch Garver. I mean, hell, even Donovan Solano has surpassed Garver. I mean, literally the 2 worst players on the team are Trent Thornton 1, Mitch Garver 2. These guys should not be on the roster. We could definitely use Tyler Locklear at first base. We could use Harry Ford, and obviously we got Luke Raley coming back and Logan Gilbert. There's going to have to be some guys that get moved, but, I highly doubt that they're going to be moving the ones that we need to move. 0-2 pitch. And look at that. Mitch Garver with a single to left, and Randy Arozarena scores. Mitch finally making his salary worthwhile. Nice job. I mean, Mitch Garver is going to get you 1 hit out of every fucking 10 games. And I guess the game today is the game that he decides to come up. Nice job, Mitch. Way to earn your paycheck. 6-0 Mariners. Next up, right fielder Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. When our bad players are making hits, then we're definitely doing well. And first pitch to Dominic Canzone in play, grounds out to the shortstop, and that is the end of the 5th inning. But we will take the 6-0 lead. Garver singles to left. And again, Randy, is very instrumental in this 6-0 lead, considering he's been walked 3 times. And again, I've never seen a player walk 3 times in his first 3 at-bats. And again, that can go for a lot of people. Like, it's one thing if you're getting intentionally walked, or if you're like Ohtani or like Judge or something. But, Randy is the most plunked hitter, by anybody, obviously taking over the Ty France role, not getting plunked today, but being able to get walked and being smart in the box and helping us get to that 6-0 lead. Let's go to the top of the 6. Let's see if we can get to fucking 10. Let's go. Next up for the Guardians, 1-for-1, second baseman, Angel Martinez. Batting second, 0-for-1, catcher, Austin Hedges. And batting third, 0-for-2, left fielder, Stephen Kwan. And I kind of feel bad for the Guardian fans, because they have a good team. They are right there with the Twins, looking up at the Tigers, but they could be a playoff team. And again, this is what I call playing up to the competition. Now, when we were on the road, we were playing down to the competition. And, if the Guardians played us in the last month and a half, we would have got swept. But luckily we found our way, and just kind of wrong place at the wrong time for Cleveland. And we were able to take advantage. Trident's up. Let's go M's. All right, 10 more likes to 40. Let's get there. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 50 likes or more on the stream. And we're still looking for our first dono here on Father's Day. Every dollar counts. It'll end up helping us out on the channel, paying for, internet fees, streaming fees, that I have to incur, as well as taking care of my pup here on Father's Day and beyond. First pitch, high and away to Angel Martinez, 1-0 count. Emerson Hancock pitching fantastic. And if you've noticed lately, even when our pitchers fuck up, early on with like Kirby or Castillo, and they give up a couple homers, usually that's it. Like they may give up 1 or 2 in an inning, and then that's all they do, which is good. It's a nice sign to see, instead of, one of our starting pitchers imploding and giving up like 5 runs and the game is over, considering that we can't, trust our bullpen. But even the bullpen has looked much better within the last couple games. And Angel Martinez, 1 away. There we go, baby. Down goes Angel. Next up, 0-for-1, catcher Austin Hedges. Candace in the building. What's good? Happy Father's Day 2025. But I got a chance to meet up with my pops early this morning. Black Bear Diner, always a great meal. Had the toast, the sourdough toast, eggs over easy, big hash browns, chicken fried steak with the gravy, little cup of coffee. It was a great meal. Shout out to my pops. 0-1 pitch, takes a strike, looking right down the middle. Behind in the count, 0-2 to Austin Hedges. And Emerson Hancock pitching magnificently. 5.1 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, only 1 K, but he's only at 66 pitches compared to Ortiz, who's at 90. So, again, at this rate, we can have possibly Hancock go 8 innings if we want, just like we had Logan Evans go 8 innings before they called him down. So let's have Hancock go 8, and then we can end up having Brash come in, at some point if we need him, or Munoz there at the end. So, but if he pitches 7 innings and then they pull him out, we can have Brash in the 8th, Munoz in the 9th, and we might have a shutout. And Hedges strikes out swinging. Emerson Hancock, he may not give you, 8, 9, 10 Ks, but he's very productive lately. Nice job. And now we got Rodriguez pinch hitting. Jonathan Rodriguez. Two balls and one strike to Jonathan Rodriguez. Two 1 pitch, takes a strike swinging. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Rodriguez. Yeah, Stephen Kwon out of the lineup, so obviously if he's out, there's something wrong with him. And Rodriguez strikes out swinging. See ya! There we go. Down goes Rodriguez. And let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Let me add this to the Guardian file. Emerson Hancock in a great groove on Father's Day 2025. He won't forget it. 2-hitter for Emerson, and a lot of people thought he was our worst pitcher on the staff. Not so fast. Starting to look like one of our better pitchers on the staff. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 2 with a K and an RBI, third baseman, Miles Mastrobuoni. He's a single hitter. He doesn't try to be someone that he's not, and he's been very productive for us lately in the last month. Keep it up, Miles Mastrobuoni. Batting second, the hottest hitter on the Mariners with a grand salami today, 1 for 2 with 4 RBIs, J.P. Crawford. Let's go, J.P. And batting third, 0 for 2, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. And again, it's not often where Julio and Cal don't really do a whole lot in a series and we still win, but that's looking like the case here, but we're still going to have a couple more at-bats for Julio and Cal to be able to do maybe this, and maybe do a little bit of this. Let's go. How long has it been that you've been in North Carolina? First pitch from Ortiz to Mastrobuoni, right down the middle, fouls off, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and inside at the hips and the knees with the cutter, 91 miles an hour by Ortiz. 1 ball and 1 strike to Miles Mastrobuoni. 1-1 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike from Ortiz to Mastrobuoni. 2-1 pitch, low and inside at the knees. 3 balls and 1 strike from Ortiz to Mastrobuoni. Let's go, Miles. Let's go. Three-one pitch in play and grounds out into the shortstop. Throw to first, 1 away. Good defense there by the Guardians. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 2 with a run and a grand salami. Get the mustard and rye bread. J.P. Crawford. Let's go, baby. Let's go, J.P. J.P. been getting photos like Julio and Cal, but he earns it and he deserves it. First pitch, high and away from Ortiz to Crawford, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, low and away, big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike from Ortiz to JP. Come on, JP, bring that electricity. You've been absolutely phenomenal. Should be an all-star. He won't make the all-star game, but he should be. He should be in consideration. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Ortiz to Crawford. Let's go, JP. Cora, JP's daughter there, newborn, in play, and JP lines out to left, 2 away. Down goes JP, but that's all right. Grand Salami, he did his job on Father's Day. And he'll remember this game for the rest of his life. Next up, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. First pitch, takes a strike swinging, low and away, 0-1 count. Come on, Julio. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees with the slider, tries to jam the hitter. 1 ball and 1 strike to Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. 1-1 pitch, fouled off with that sinker. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Come on, Julio. Let's go, baby. Bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. Ortiz on the mound. Julio in the box. 1-2 pitch. Low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Yeah, but you got to think, we haven't been good in a month and a half. So, again, to finally be able to get back on track feels good. And we haven't really got a whole lot as Julio strikes out swinging. We haven't really got a whole lot of production out of Julio and Cal, and we were still able to sweep a really good quality team in the Guardians. And it shows you we have to play up to the competition, not play down to the competition. And even though the Red Sox record might not be the greatest, I know we're going to bring our A game. And again, it's very hard to beat Boston, regardless of what their record is. And hopefully Logan Gilbert will pitch well tomorrow. Can't wait to see what we can do against them. And if we win the first 2 games against Boston, we might have a chance to sweep them as well. End of the 6th inning, 6-0 Mariners. But I will say this, we're going to need Julio and Cal in the Boston series. I don't know if we're going to be able to win, 2 series back-to-back sweeps with no production by Cal and Julio and still win. I mean, that would be incredible, but we will see. I just like being able to see Julio and Cal produce. I don't want to see them, 0 for 4, 0 for 5, or 1 for 5. They need to be better. All right, let's go to the top of the 7th and see who's up here for the Guardians. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 50 likes before the stream ends. And we're still looking for our first dono on our dono train here on Father's Day 2025. Help your boy out. Next up is first baseman 0 for 2, Kyle Manzardo. On deck, batting second 0 for 2 with a K, third baseman Jose Ramirez. And batting third 0 for 2, the former Mariner DHing Carlos Santana. Let's go Mariners. First pitch from Hancock to Manzardo. Takes a strike swinging. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch in play and lined out to right, one away. Down goes Manzardo. Nice job by M. Next up is third baseman, 0 for 2 with a K, Jose Ramirez. First pitch, low and away with that slider, sinker, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, tries to paint the corner and hits that corner, takes a strike looking, 1 ball and 1 strike from Hancock to Ramirez. Let's go, Emerson. 75 pitches with a 2-hitter. Are you kidding me? And this is supposed to be our worst pitcher on the staff? I'll take that all day, every day. And he's much better than Bryce Miller this year. Better than Logan Evans at this point. And I think we feel pretty confident, with Kirby and Wu. And obviously now we're getting Hancock and Castillo up to speed. And now we just have to wait for Gilbert tomorrow. 2-1 pitch, fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Hancock on the mound, Jose Ramirez in the box. And anytime that the Guardians starting to threaten with a guy on board, we were able to predict 2 double plays and get both of those. And the Mariners are rolling up 6-0. Hell, even Mitch Garver was able to get an RBI single. That's when you know things are going really well for the Mariners here. Father's Day 2025. In play, and Ramirez flies out to center. Julio is there. No fly zone, 2 away. First pitch to Santana, low and at the knees with a slider, 79 miles an hour by Hancock. 1-0 count. Go Emerson, wheel and deal, baby. 1-0 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Hancock to Santana. Two up and 2 down. 2-0 pitch, fouled off, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike from Hancock to Santana. Let's go, baby. Two-one pitch, fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Hancock to Santana. Top of the 7th with nobody on. Mariners up 6-0. That feels good to say. I mean, we've already won the series, but now we're approaching the sweep. And if we can shut them out with a 0 on the last game, that will give us a lot of swag and aura and confidence as we have Logan Gilbert on the mound tomorrow, which is great against the Boston Red Sox. We're really looking forward to that series. 2-hitter by Emerson Hancock. Are you kidding me? It's almost like that Logan Evans start where he went 8 innings. Same type of thing. Very dominant. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 2 with a K. No. 1 for 3 and a K. Big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting second, 0 for 3, Jorge Polanco. And batting third with 3 walks and 3 attempts, Randy Arozarena. Going to the bottom of the 7th inning here, Mariners up 6-0. We're bringing the electricity, baby. Absolutely electric performance here on Father's Day 2025. 2-hitter? Unbelievable. Nice job, M. Let's look at his final stat line. I don't know if he'll be coming back in the 8th or the 9th. Probably not. All right, so 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks, 85 pitches, 66 strikes. Is it 66 or 56? 56. 4.48 ERA. Awesome. Came into the game with a 5.04 ERA and could be able to improve his record to 3-2 and have that ERA in the 4s. And hopefully it'll be in the 3s and another start or 2. Awesome. Great fucking job, Emerson. You're the man. And again, with the Bryce Miller injury and Logan Evans in AAA, we need to be able to have everyone strong. So now we're going to have Logan Gilbert, George Kirby, Brian Wu, Luis Castillo, Emerson Hancock. It's beautiful. Agreed. And again, it's been a minute since we played good baseball, and all it took, is just to win one game. And then after we win one game, 7-2, and get 16 hits, and it's about winning that second game. And that's the game that we should have lost yesterday, being down 3-2 in the ninth. But we found a way for them to have a meltdown with their closer, Clase. And we found a way to come back and win, and we did. RBI single by Polo, and we win that, right? And then today was just all Mariners. And now they're going to go switch pitchers. Enright's coming in for Ortiz. So Ortiz day is done. And let's look at Ortiz's final stat line, which was not good. Ortiz, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 6 earned runs, 5 walks, 5 Ks, 104 pitches, 64 strikes, 4.64 ERA. Coming into the game with a 3-7 record, ERA of 4.26, and that'll be about to go to 3-8. And again, I already knew if we could win against the first 2 pitchers, we were going to win today against this one of their worst. As long as the bats came alive, but also Hancock doing a great job on his end too. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 3 with a K, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting second, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Trident's up. Actually, Julio before Cal. It'll go Cal, Polo, Randy. I got ahead of myself. First pitch to Cal Raleigh. Takes a strike looking high and away. 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch. High and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to big dumper Cal Raleigh. Let's go, Cal. 1-1 pitch. Tries to jam the hitter inside. 2 balls and 1 strike to big dumper Cal Raleigh. Come on, Cal. Trident's up, baby. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Enright to big dumper Cal Raleigh. Two pitch in play and lined out to left. 1 away. It's okay, Cal. Still love you. I mean, even though it's been only like 5 games since Cal's homered, it feels like an eternity. Next up, second baseman Jorge Polanco. First pitch, low and at the knees with the slider, 1-0 count. Seven more likes to 40. We're 17 away from hitting the goal. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a boost. 1-0 pitch in play. Polo grounds out to the shortstop. Throw to first. 2 away. Next up is Randy Arozarena. First pitch. Takes a strike looking low and away. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. High and away with the slider. 85 miles an hour, 1 ball and 1 strike from Enright to Arozarena. First 3 attempts in the box, and we have 3 walks for Randy. Is it possible that he gets walked 4 times in 4 appearances? That would be something. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking on the line. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. 1-2 pitch, in play, and he gets hit by a pitch. Wow. Randy with 3 walks and a plunk. What a crazy game for Randy Arozarena. Wow. And obviously he is the number 1 guy on the team since Ty France, was the guy that got plunked the most. As long as Randy doesn't get hurt when he gets hit by a pitch. But what a crazy game for Randy. 3 appearances with 3 walks, and on the 4th he gets plunked. Wow.
Oh my God.
Next up is Rowdy Tellez. Let's go, Rowdy. I don't know if I've ever seen a game where you had 4 at-bats and you're able to get on first every time without even getting a hit. 3 walks and a plunk. Right on the elbow. First pitch to Rowdy Tellez. Big swing and a miss. High and away from Enright. 0-1 count. Oh-1 pitch. And Tellez flies out to right. And that is the end of the 7th inning. Next up for the Guardians, shortstop 0 for 2, Daniel Schneemann. Batting second, 1 for 1 with a base on ball, center fielder Lane Thomas. And batting third, 0 for 2, right fielder Nolan Jones. Let's go Mariners. 2-hitter for Emerson Hancock. Beautiful. I don't know if Emerson's going to come back out. I don't see anybody coming in for him. I wonder if he'll go 1 more inning or not. I mean, he's only had 85 pitches. If he pitches 15, that'll be 100. But we'll see. I just want us to finish strong. And if we can win this game with a shutout, it would be ideal. Yeah, and the Red Sox are tough. We know how tough they are. When we played them when we were hot earlier in the year, we won the series 2 games out of 3. And that's the first time that we've done that, in like 10, 11 years. So Legumina is coming in, so it looks like Emerson Hancock day is done. What a great job. 2-hitter by Emerson Hancock. Fan-fucking-tastic. And let's pray that Casey Legumina doesn't fuck this up. Next up is Daniel Schneemann. Yeah, if we're not going to be able to get to 50, let's try to get to at least 40. And hopefully we'll get at least 1 person to show love before the stream ends. Appreciate you, Captain. It's always good to get at least 1 to get the ball rolling. Appreciate you. $5 holla, 95 to go. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus check, bang, bang. And it's not like we're down 6-0, so vibes are good right now. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to see for a photo or 2 or 3, and I got you. 1-1 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike from Legumina to Schneemann. 2-1 pitch, big swing and a miss by Schneemann. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Legumina on the mound, Schneemann in the box. I kind of wish that Emerson Hancock would, have pitched another inning, and then we could have went with like Munoz and ended the game, but who knows who they're going to end with. They may end with like Bizzardo at the end of the game and not want to use Brash or Munoz and save them for Boston. Pitch is high and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count now is full to Schneemann. 3-2 pitch, fouled off, low and away, four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour by Legomina. 3 balls, 2 strikes, count is full with nobody on and no outs. 6-0 here in the top of the 8th. Appreciate you, Captain. Good choice. Yeah, Zach Pop is the guy that we brought up from the Tacoma Rainiers for Logan Evans, and we'll see if Zach Pop can actually be someone that we can actually use in the pen. Pitch fouled off again with a four-seam fastball, low and away. 3-2 pitch, fouled off again. 3 consecutive foul balls off the four-seam fastball by Legomina to Daniel Schneemann. Top of the 8th, 6-0 Mariners, and I want this to end 6-0. I don't want it to be 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, but let's play well for Emerson Hancock. 3-2 pitch in play, and Schneemann grounds out to second, throw to first, 1 away. Good defense by the Mariners. Next up is center fielder Lane Thomas. We got a JP here. We got a JP here. We got a JP here. We got a JP there. All the JPs. And one of my favorite defensive photos that we use, the diving JP Crawford. Appreciate you, my guy. 0-1 pitch, takes a strike swinging high and inside, behind in the count 0-2 to Casey Legomina. Lane Thomas in the box, Legomina on the mound. 0-2 pitch, and Legomina strikes out looking, even though that probably could have been a ball or a strike. Tries to jam the hitter on the line, and it bites. 2 away. Down goes Lane Thomas. Next up, right fielder Nojo Nolan Jones. Home run in game 1, RBI in game 2. Nothing here in game 3, and hopefully it stays that way. First pitch to Nolan Jones, low and away, 1-0 count. There's another JP for you. I got plenty of JPs in the bucket. 1-0 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and no strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. And it feels good. You know, again, we were so good at the beginning of the year, and then we were so bad for like a month, and it just feels good. You know, I would have been fine winning 2 out of 3, but to get a sweep against a very good team like Cleveland, that's really good for our confidence moving forward and giving us a chance to hopefully catch up to the Astros sooner than later. So. Two-0 pitch in play, and Jones singled to right after Garver switches mitts. Nice hit by Nolan Jones, but hopefully that'll be it here. Next up, second baseman Angel Martinez, 1 for 2. First pitch, low and away, 2 feet off the plate, 1-0 count. And hopefully we get a slow dribbler right up the middle to end the inning. And in play, popped up into center field, and that is the end of the inning. Great job there by Legomina. See if I can find you another JP as well. Ones that we don't really use that often, but I still have in the bucket. Appreciate you. JP is the man. Hottest player on our team right now. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 2 with an RBI, believe it or not, 2 Ks, Mitch Garver. Batting second, 0 for 2 with a run and a base on ball, Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI, Miles Mastrobuoni. But giving Cole Young and Ben Williamson days off ended up working out in our favor today. Let's go. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th inning and let's see if we can get as close to 10 as possible. We're at 6 right now. I mean, we might end with 6, but I mean, if we can end up getting a couple more, it would be great. All right, let's go, Mitch. Bottom of the 8th, 6-0, Seattle. Trident's up. See if we can get to 8. Maybe one more run this inning and one in the 9th. Best case scenario, us getting to double digits, but that might be too much to ask. But all it takes is one, pitcher to implode and have a meltdown like we had yesterday, and anything is possible. Let's go, baby. First pitch to Mitch Garver, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and inside with the sinker, 1 ball and 1 strike from Junis to Garver. Bottom of the 8th, 6-0 Mariners, Junis on the mound, Garver in the box. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mitch Garver. And if you're just tuning in the bottom of the 2nd inning, Mastrobuoni singled to right. Arozarena scores, 1-0 Mariners. Then we had bases loaded. JP ended up having a grand salami, 5-0 Mariners. And then Garver singled to left with an RBI single. Arozarena scores again in the 5th. And that's where we're at right now with a 6-0 lead. Garver grounds out to third on a 1-1 pitch. Throw to first. And 1 away. Next up for the Mariners, right fielder, 0 for 2 with a run and a base on ball, Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. First pitch low and at the knees, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and 1 out. Junis on the mound. Dominic Canzone in the box. Let's go, Dom. Trident's up, baby. Feels good. Can't wait to see Logan Gilbert tomorrow. 1-1 pitch in play, and Canzone grounds out to second, throw to first, 2 away. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI, Miles Mastrobuoni. First pitch, high and away, 2 feet off the plate, 1-0 count. Let's go, Miles. Let's see if we can get you a single. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike to Miles Mastrobuoni. See if we can get to 7 or 8 before this game ends. But if we can end at 6-0, I'll take that. I would rather win 6-0 than 7-1 or 8-1. Give me the shutout if we can get it. 1-1 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike from Junis to Mastrobuoni. 2-1 pitch, right down the middle, taking a strike looking in the zone. 84 miles an hour with the changeup by Junis. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on with 2 outs. Junis on the mound, Mastrobuoni in the box. 6-0 here in the bottom of the 8th on Father's Day 2025. Let's go, Miles. 2-2 pitch, fouled that one off. Nice souvenir for that fan. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs to Miles Mastrobuoni. And Mastrobuoni strikes out swinging. End of the 8th inning, 6-0 Mariners. All right, let's go to the top of the 9th. And again, obviously, if we can give up nothing, obviously we're not going to have another chance to hit because obviously we're up 6-0 and we're at home. So let's hope that we can get the shutout here. And let's see who's up next for the Guardians. And hopefully we can mow them down. And let's see who's coming into the game. It should be Munoz, but it might be Pop. Again, since we're up 6-0. But again, I don't want somebody to come in and give up 3-4 runs, even if we still win, but we'll see.
Oh my God.
All right, leading off for the Guardians, 0 for 2 with a K, Austin Hedges. Then batting second, 0 for 1, filling in for Stephen Kwan with a minor injury, Jonathan Rodriguez. And then batting third, first baseman Kyle Manzardo, who's 0 for 3. And it looks like they're going to be bringing in Pop, our first player that we sent down for Logan Evans recently. And we'll see what Pop can do for us. Zach Pop. If that name seems familiar, he was on the Blue Jays. I'm not sure if we're going to see him or not. Who are we getting? No, it's Bizzardo. They're not going to go with Zach Pop. They're going with Bizzardo. And Bizzardo might end up being our third best pitcher right now in the pen. So, still Matt Brash 1, Gabe Spire, even though he had that fucking wild pitch yesterday, overall 2. And I think Bizzardo might be 3. And now, if this was Bizzardo from last year, I have no faith. But Bizzardo this year, it feels like the trust level is like, I don't know, maybe 60%, 60-40, 65-35. So if he's the third best guy, and sometimes Bizzardo is even better than Spire. So, and again, but it's all about consistency. And hopefully Bizzardo can mow him down, even though I would rather have this be Munoz. First pitch to Austin Hedges, fouls that one off, 0-1 count. Edward Bizzardo on the mound and Hedges in the box. 0-1 pitch, high and inside with a slider, 79 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike to Hedges.
Oh my God.
Let's go, baby. Yeah, we shouldn't have won yesterday. Plain and simple. The only way that we were going to win yesterday is a meltdown by their closer, who was really good last year, a little shaky this year by Clase, but again, should have definitely been a 3-2 win for the Guardians, and they had the meltdown that we needed. 1-2 pitch, and big swing and a miss. Punch out by Bizzardo. Let's go, Edward. He might be our third best guy in the pen. Sure looks like it. Down goes Hedges. 1 away. Next up for the Guardians, they have their own very own version of J-Rod, but it ain't Julio. It's Jonathan Rodriguez. 0 for 1 with a K. Hopefully Stephen Kwan is okay. Exited the game, a few innings back. Had some lingering injuries, and we'll see what we get here. First pitch in play by their J-Rod. Grounds out to the pitcher. Go to first. 2 away. And we're 1 out away from a win here. Bizzardo, I love ya. Let's go. And now, potential last batter for the Guardians. I want the fucking shutout. Remember, obviously weeks back, months back, where we've had a couple opportunities for a shutout. We brought in a shitty guy that not, be Munoz, and they fucked it up. But I don't feel Bizzardo will fuck it up here. But that tapper right there wasn't good enough. And let's see if we can get Manzardo out, and we can have the shutout. First pitch, high and away, takes a strike looking on the line, painting the corner by Bizzardo. 0-1 count. Let's go, Edward. Got to get to 40 before we get to 50, but let's see if we can get there. As many likes as we can get before the stream ends. And we're at 5:95 to go on the Dono train. 0-1 pitch in play. And a single by Manzardo. That's quite all right. Next up is Jose Ramirez, and we can't give up a 2-run homer. We need to get, obviously a pop-up, ground out, or a strikeout here on their best player. And hopefully we can still win this game 6-0. If there was only one out, I would say, okay, we need a double play right up the middle. But we predicted those 2 double plays earlier. My ESP was strong, and we just got to pray that Ramirez doesn't do anything here. First pitch, takes a strike looking, right down the middle, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch, low and away, tries to paint the corner and barely misses. 1 ball and 1 strike from Bizzardo to Ramirez.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, baby, finish strong. 1-1 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike from Bizzardo to Ramirez. If Bizzardo can get out of this jam, even though it's a minor jam with a runner at first, this might solidify him being the 3rd best guy in the pen. Brash 1, Spire 2, Bizzardo possibly 3. I mean, I think there's maybe 2 or 3 guys that we could be talking about who's the 3rd best. I don't think we really know. 2-1 pitch in play. And grounds out to second, throw to first, and there it is. Bizzardo, the 3rd best guy in the pen. He fucking delivers. Final score, Seattle Mariners 6, Cleveland Guardians 0. We get the brooms out like Harry Potter, and we're sweeping, baby. Fuck yeah. And when the Mariners win, what do? We fucking dance. Mariners win. Mariners win. Mariners win. Fuck yeah. Let's go. And we got Logan Gilbert back. He'll be on the mound tomorrow against the Boston Red Sox. I fucking can't wait to be able to see what happens there. Let's go. Let's go. GG to all the Guardian fans like Eric and a few others. Unfortunately, you guys ran into us at the wrong time. If you guys would have played us 2 weeks earlier, you guys would have swept us 100%. And at the best case, we would have won 1 game. But again, you found us at the wrong time, at the wrong place, and we took advantage. So we'll see you guys later on in the year. I hope you guys have a good year. I hope you guys make the playoffs, and maybe we'll play each other. You never know. But shout out to all the dads and all the fathers out there for Happy Father's Day 2025. Love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very much. And again, we'll be live tomorrow evening for the Mariners and the Red Sox with Logan Gilbert on the bump. Everyone enjoy the rest of your Father's Day. And again, this one feels really, really good. I got one question for you. Who you know talk sports like us? Your boy Orion, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Final score, Mariners 6, Guardians 0. The sweep is secured, and I'm out. Tridents up. Go Mariners. Happy Father's Day.